Hello and welcome to the next video in my Horus Heresy Legions video series. In this video we're going to be tackling the Dastardly Wordbearers. So we've got our Mark 6 Space Marine here and we've primed it in Vallejo Game Air Scarlet Red. Then we're going to use one of the Necromunda bases on this model and we're going to spray that in black. Then we're going to take Citadel Lead Belcher and paint in the metal parts of the gun and the lower vents and cabling on the backpack. Then we're going to take Vallejo Model Colour Black and paint in the gun casing, the armour seals, the chest straps, the shoulder pads, and the upper vents. And then we're going to take Citadel Retributor Armour. I'm going to paint in the bonding studs on the shoulders. If you're not using a Mark 6 Marine, you could use that on some other details. We're going to use the 40k Chaos Space Marines transfer sheet. I'm going to cut out these little books with the flame inside and some of the text. Carefully cut those out using a craft knife and a cutting mat. Pop them on your wet palette and apply some water over the top to release them from the sheet. Whilst those are releasing, use some micro set and just paint that over where you want to apply the transfers. Then slide the transfers from the transfer paper onto the pads and apply a couple of dabs of micro sol just to soften up the transfers and make them conform to the shapes better. Once all your transfers are dried, give the model a spray with a 50-50 mix of Vallejo matte varnish and airbrush thinner. And once that's dried, give the model a coat with MIG streaking grime. After a couple of minutes, you can reduce the grime with enamel thinner on a cotton bud. Just soak the cotton bud in the enamel thinner and then roll it across the model. And once you've done that, take a dry cotton bud and do the same again. This will just mop up any excess grime that's sitting around, or leave a nice grimy, dirty residue. After that, take some dark streaking grime and just apply some splashes over the armour. And again, you can reduce this down with a cotton bud. Once you've done that, we can do the same again, but with AK Dark Rust deposits. Once that's dried, we'll have lost some definition in the armour, so we're going to take some black enamel wash and just apply that to anywhere you want to bring out the definition again. For the base, we're going to give it a heavy dry brush with lead belcher. Then we're going to give it a wash all over with MIG streaking rust. Whilst that's still wet, we're going to apply some Citadel Trollslayer Orange. This will create a nice two-tone rust effect with the dark rust from the streaking rust and obviously the bright orange from Trollslayer. Because it's over the top of the enamel, it'll bead up into a nice effect. You can reduce it if you apply too much with a cotton bud. And if you want to add some extra definition back in, you can just use the black enamel wash again. Then to add some extra texture into the base, we're going to apply some Cypress Umber Dark pigment from Rival Crafts. Just knock off any excess, and then give it a scrape into the model to apply some nice texture. To paint the eyes of the model, we're going to start with a 50-50 mix of Warflesh and black and paint the whole eye lens. Then we're going to take Warflesh on its own and paint the first half of the eye lens, followed by Warboss Green and painting the first third of the eye lens. And then a tiny dot of Snarlstick Green within the Warboss Green. And finally, a couple of really small dots of white in the back corner of the eye lens, just to add a little reflection. Last thing to do before we attach the model to the base is paint the base rim black. And once the models are attached to the base, we're going to take some dark streaking grime and we're going to apply that to the feet and the base of the model around the feet, just to tie them together. If we use too much, we can use the trusty cotton buds to reduce it down. And there we have it. There is our word bearer. It's a really fun, quick paint scheme. It comes out really effective. I think the transfers look really nice when you coat them in grime. I hope you enjoyed the video, everyone. If you did, please give it a like, share and subscribe to the channel. It really helps. There's some affiliate links in the description below, so if you purchase from any of those, then it does give a little kickback to me and helps me support the channel. Next time we've got the Alpha Legion, so if you'd like to see that, please subscribe to the channel and we'll be back soon. Thanks very much. Bye.